of the firm, nor does it indicate that the advisor has attained a particular level of skill nor ability. Investing involves risk of loss. Insurance, consulting, and education services offered through Diamond Life Planning is a separate and unaffiliated entity from Simplicity Wealth. This information is provided as a general information and is not intended to be specific financial guidance. Before you make any decisions regarding your personal financial situation, you should consult a financial or tax professional to discuss your individual circumstances and objectives.
Welcome to the Rock My Finances show on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV, where we put the fun in finance. Join Powerhouse Jennifer Jost, CDFA, CMC, and Private Wealth Advisor, as she collaborates with you to create clarity, control, and confidence with your money, your way. It's not about the zeros, so what is it all about? Let's find out. Now here's your host and weekly friend, Jennifer Jost.
Welcome back to another episode of Rock My Finances. I am joined with my bestie, Miss Debbie Hooey. She is here from California, hanging out for the weekend. Little did she know she was going to have to get off an airplane and come do some podcasts with me. So welcome, Miss Debbie.
Thank you for having me, my bestie.
So glad you're here. Okay, so today we're going to dive right in. First question, what have you spent money on lately that you really enjoyed?
For me?
Yeah, you did.
Well, my daughter is pregnant and she is having a baby shower coming up. So I've been spending money on the invitations, the little favors. I'm doing like when people leave, they'll get a little split of champagne.
Don't tell them.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, I'm
sorry.
kidding.
Just putting together little gifts and stuff like that and trying to get, a VRBO to stay at. And so all that, the flight and, so it's keeping me busy and it's, it gets me more and more excited for that time to come.
That's going to be really cool. Spend that time with her. And her belly's going to be growing a baby boy.
Yes.
Very exciting. I love that. I love that. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into friendship. We're going to dive into how it's so important to be positive and to have people around you to support you. And you know me about the F word. It's how you feel about the zeros, not about the actual zeros in your bank account, but actually how you feel about it. So let's talk about manifesting. How would you explain that, Debbie, in your words? What is manifesting to you?
So for me, if I really, really want something, I really concentrate and think of how quickly I can do it. And realistically, first it's realistically and how quickly I can do it to achieve that. And I feel that more and more that I think positive about something, then it usually will happen. Maybe not on the time scale that I want it, but it usually does come to fruition.
I love that. So let me ask you this. When you're thinking of that, do you already know it can happen?
Yes.
Okay. So you're already believing in the possibility of that.
Yes.
Okay. That's huge, y'all, because that's what I call the F word. You're already feeling that with you. So if we all just close our eyes right now and think of something that we really want, and we picture ourselves either like I do this for my clients when they're car shopping, go sit in a bunch of cars, go test drive, picture yourself in that car. Not only visualization, but feel it in your heart. Mm-hmm. I even have them write the check out for the down payment or the full car or their first payment or whatever it's going to be, but you're writing that out. So you physically and mentally believe that it's possible, and then it shows up. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, great. So now let me ask you about taking risks. So I believe that we need to be supported and feel pretty secure to be able to take big risks. A big risk would be like I had a friend sold everything in California, moved to another state. Like she sold everything and just, she followed her intuition, her God, her angels, and she moved to another state. That was so risky to me, but she knew we were all here holding space for her. But that was me. That was like, oh my gosh, you've got so much courage to do something like that. How do you get yourself brave before you take a risk?
Risks are hard for me because are you a planner?
I am.
Yeah, just a bit.
Do you have to know everything in advance?
Okay, I'm OCD.
Are you OCD?
Yes. So it is harder for me to take risk, but when I really, really want something, I will do it. And I'm nervous about it, but if I really, really want that, then I'll take that leap.
So was it a risk buying your Mustang?
Yes.
Because it was sight unseen or something,
Yep.
right? And
Yep.
you had to ship.
We just thought,
it over?
yeah, it was we bought it on eBay. And so you're looking at a picture, you really don't know if it's real. And so the gentleman said, oh yeah, you could just, send me by PayPal. And I said, no, I'll bring you the cashier's check in person in Indianapolis. So I flew out there because I wanted to make sure it was real before I handed over my money.
Good idea. I love it. And did you feel supported in that?
Absolutely.
Because your husband supports you.
Yep. And I had coworkers that met me there, 2 men. So I wasn't by myself.
Oh, nice.
And they came and checked out, made sure the car was in great condition. And so, yeah, if it wasn't for them, yeah, it would have been even more, concerning.
For sure. And it's scarier to take that risk.
Absolutely.
I love that. That's so good. Now, for us singles out there, especially single women, friendships, I feel like, are really important because this is where I'm going to get my support, right? I don't have somebody at home. Like we were just in an ice storm over the weekend and a snowstorm. So we were, housebound for a while. I loved every minute of it. It was so fun. I loved it. And at the same time, the single people are friends, like they can't wait to get out of the house because we're alone. You don't have that other person to come in and talk to and to play cards with, and you're stuck in the house alone. So it is different being single than it is in a relationship, which is here nor there. It doesn't matter. It just acknowledge that, right? And then if I'm taking that risk and flying across the country to check out that car, I love that. You asked your coworkers to be there. That was great. I'd be asking my friends, right? So I love that. I love that. So let me ask you another question about setbacks. It could be a money setback. It could be a career setback. Debbie's also in sales as well. And so in sales, we always have setbacks, right? It could be a minute setback, 5 minutes, you just never know. So how do you handle setbacks when I know you like to achieve things and visualize that and know that's going to be there? How do you handle setbacks?
Sometimes, especially in business wise, it's hard when you do have a big setback, but I just have to remember that tomorrow's another day. And I got to figure out how can I either improve what happened or what can I do to change the outcome so it doesn't happen again, so it doesn't repeat. It could be for various reasons that it happens, but I don't give up. I may not, have that relationship ever again, but, I learn from it. So I learn what happened and then make sure that I don't repeat that in the future. Because it is hard to overcome that, and you got to think positive. You can't concentrate on the negative. You really got to think positive in order to, continue to succeed.
I love that. So do you ever feel down? Let me rephrase
of course.
that. Do you beat yourself up for making mistakes? Like, do you ever blame yourself for anything?
Sometimes I think that's
natural.
Yeah, it's natural. It's human because nobody's perfect. Right. I mean, we all make mistakes, but the thing is, you can learn from your mistakes, and the good thing is that usually something better will come out of it.
Oh, that's very true. On the other side, I love that. Okay, I'm going to add on to that. Everything she said, ditto, ditto, ditto. Then I'm going to say our saying in our house is Blaine, but we always say everything happens for a reason. I've just said that. I've had to say that since my kids passed away, and I just had to have something to hang on to, right? And so with my kids now, Journey and Parker, we've always said everything happens for a reason. So when something shuts down, like my daughter and I were just on an airplane going for a wedding dress fitting, and we sat on the tarmac for 3 hours, and there was a weather situation, and it's like, okay, instead of getting mad about it and frustrated, we were like a 6-7 hour delay. Everything happens for a reason. So we kind of looked at each other and said, okay, maybe we're not supposed to be on this plane. Maybe we have no idea. Maybe we're not going to catch an Uber when we get there, or the dressmaker's sick and she doesn't show up, like whatever. We have no idea. And it doesn't matter what it is. So to just let that go on that setback. And then we made the most of it. Most of it, we went to a restaurant, we ate dinner. We had a cocktail. It was really good. Then we went to her house and played cards. So we made the best of it. So I love that positivity, making the best of it. And what did you say? One day at a time. What did you say?
Yeah, just take it one day at a time.
Tomorrow's
always a new day.
Tomorrow's a new day. I love
Tomorrow's
that.
a new day.
And then I'm going to say, everything happens for a reason. And I know that's a hard thing but you get the gist of why I'm trying to say that, right? Okay, good.
One door closes, another one opens.
Yes, I love that. And it does. And if you really feel that in your mind, body, and soul, it will happen. Like we were talking about manifesting. If you manifest, the universe has got my back. Whatever your religious beliefs are, your spiritual beliefs are, you are supported and you're here for a reason. So we're not alone.
Nope.
We're not alone and we're here for a reason. Then we can know, okay, everything's always working out for me. It's one of my mantras. Everything's always working out for me. I might not feel like it some days, but after that 2 or 3 day of shuckers, all shucker darns, then we start feeling a little bit better. So I love that. Okay. Do you celebrate your wins? How do you celebrate your wins?
Sometimes I will, but it's fine. I'm not a shopper.
No,
but there are
neither am I.
times that I will award myself if I've worked really hard on an account for, sometimes it may take me a couple years to close a nice piece of business, and I will award myself a little something.
Good.
Like something that I've been eyeing or whatever. Then I don't feel guilty about buying it. And you shouldn't feel guilty about buying you something anyway, but I do. I'm working on it.
She's one of those.
But I will award myself if I've worked really hard on something, just something little, like if it's treat, like I'm going to go get a massage or, buy a new outfit or
amazing purse.
Yes, absolutely. We all deserve, you need some little reward to acknowledge it to yourself.
Yes. And that gets you more in the mindset of the manifestations as well. So back in the day, a single mom, raising the kids. So there was an app that if I spent $5.50, it would round up to $6, take $6 out of my account and put that 50 cents into the app. There's several out there that do that. So it's just called rounding up. So, and I did this for my clients as well, especially the people that hang on tight to their money or people that are just getting by, but they're not really acknowledging and celebrating their own wins. Then at the end of the month, I would have myself and my clients figure out how they're going to spend that. Because that's extra money though. That's free money, right?
Free money.
We weren't planning on it. It didn't come out of your paycheck. It just rounded up. It's like, okay, so that's free money. So now you're going to take 3 days to either shop, search, figure out how you're going to spend that money. Now you're telling your brain that you're wealthy. You're telling your subconscious that you've got extra money to spend. So which means you're going to be manifesting even more. So my thing was I had moved over to Danville and there was a restaurant there and everybody went there for dinner. And that was a splurge for me to actually go out to dinner and have a nice glass of wine. As a single mom, I didn't do that. And so that was going to be my splurge, was a nice lunch or dinner and a nice, good glass of wine, which I would never spend good money on a glass of wine for myself. So that was my celebration. Sometimes it would be just the glass of wine and a dessert or just a salad or whatever. But I was around all those people enjoying an amazing meal. So now energy's around energy, right? And I was celebrating myself by myself, but it was good. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it really, really worked. Okay, awesome. I love that. So when we have those down times, or let me ask you this, did you ever spend anything that you regret? I know it's not a real good word. So how about any stress around money? Go back at a stressful time around money.
I just, when my husband and I first got married in 1990, literally, we were both single and I pulled a TRW on both of us at that time. And we had the same amount of debt. So for me, having that combined debt, because, we wanted to buy our first home. And I really buckled down, and it was hard at times because my husband would want to go out to see a movie or dinner. I'm like, nope, we have to pay off this bill first and this bill and work our way down. So in the beginning, like we really didn't have, we were living literally barely paycheck to paycheck just to get the debts paid off. So that way we could then save, for our first home. So,
and he still liked her, y'all,
yeah.
Even after all that. She wrangled him right in. And that was great. And I remember all of that. So that's a choice though, right? You can either make the choice to blow the money and go out to dinner, or you can make the choice to buckle down, stay home, watch a movie, pop some popcorn. You had cats.
Yep, we had cats
at that time. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that apartment. So
we had one cat that time.
One cat. Okay. So how is that? Would you still stick by that? Would you still recommend that?
Yeah, I absolutely would.
Yeah, because now they've done amazing ever since. So I absolutely love that. Okay, good. So celebrate the wins. When we are stressed around money, it does affect our nervous system. It does affect our blood pressure, the cortisol level. Like we need that extra hour of sleep in order for my stomach to go flat, because that's what it's really about. Yeah, I know it's cortisol and all that, but it's about having a flat stomach too. So if we don't get that extra hour of sleep and we're stressed out, our bodies can't treat us well. So we need to fake our brain out and our nervous system out sometimes and just pretend like we are where we want to be. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like dream state, right? It's kind of like, where would you want to be?
And that's manifesting.
Yes, it is. That is absolutely manifesting. I love that. I love that. So how can we step into that a little more? Is that Miss Diandra? She's on there. What do you wish every young person or young couples would do that we've learned from? Good question, Miss Diandra. I'm going to let you take that first.
First of all, I think
pay off your debts. What I'm hearing from her.
It's really important. I think, first of all, that you agree from the beginning who is going to be responsible for the finances.
Now, when you say finances, is that daily bills or is that investing for your future?
I think it's both. I think you have to have one person has to really be the one to, because unfortunately, if you have one person who likes to spend a lot of money and one that you need to have
a saver.
Yeah, you need to have a plan to where you agree that, one person, hopefully the one that's a little bit more responsible with the money, will be the one to pay the bills, set those goals. Because I think most couples who do fight about money, I think it's about that. One likes to spend a lot and the other, doesn't. But if you're planning for your future, that it's really important that I think one, if you both can't do it, one person really needs to take that lead.
I love that. So I'm going to add on to that because I have my clients have a money date. So you have a weekly money date. So Debbie has her weekly money date with herself because she handles the finances and her money and the bills and the goals and everything she said. She's the one that does that, right? Adam runs his own company. He does his own thing on his own way. Then I have my couples have a monthly money date together. So now Debbie would share with Adam, which I know you guys do anyways, on where you're at, what's going on, and maybe change that. What vacations are we going to do this year? What are we going to do? How are we doing the wedding? How are we doing, the bridal shower? What big expenditures might there be? So I love that. What I find is somebody does the bills and somebody does like their brokerage account and the 401ks and the investing side sometimes. Sounds like
that's a great idea too.
Right. And it's really because did you enjoy that?
Yeah. I
there you go.
A problem with that. So
she enjoyed that part. The problem comes in is when you have two people, nobody wants to do it.
Yeah.
That's when you get a financial advisor. Because then your financial advisor will work with whoever is going to be doing that to help them burden that situation. Because if you don't have a head for numbers, let's say you're an artist. I have a lot of artist clients. I have a lot of first responder clients, and they do not want to come talk about money once they've just saved a bunch of lives and, ran into burning buildings and all this craziness. They would just want to know they're okay, if that makes sense. So do what feels right for you, because some people it stresses them out so much to have to pay the bills. Does that make sense?
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. I love that. Okay, good.
It's not fun paying bills.
No, it's not. Unless you've got,
But even if you got money, it's just not fun sitting down there and paying them damn bills.
Okay, I love that. So now we're going to do a little coaching segment. She fell right into this. So let me ask you, what is the one bill that you don't like to pay?
I don't like to pay any of them.
Well, just pick one.
PG&E, the electric.
PG&E electric, perfect. Oh, we've got a grunt on that, y'all. Okay, because it was higher this last month, right? Okay, so we got 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to do this quick. We're going to probably skip the commercial today because this is going to be good. Okay, so now, PG&E, what does it do for you?
Gives us electricity and heat.
Okay, inside your house?
Yes.
Do you like your house?
And outside the house too.
And outside. Do you like your house?
Yes, I love my house.
Do you like your outside of your house?
Yes, I do.
And I know your yard's gorgeous with all those lights. I love looking out that kitchen window and the dining room window and seeing that beautiful, beautiful landscaping. It's gorgeous. And inside your house, it gives you, and your fireplace.
Yes.
Right? And do you like your fireplace?
Love my fireplace.
Yes. Okay. So now picture yourself inside the house and Adam complaining because it's too cold.
Yeah.
And you're cozy with your blanket on your recliner.
That's right.
By your
And I
fireplace.
tell him, put on a sweatshirt,
Yep.
use a blanket.
And shut up. Quit whining. Quit whining. Oh my God, you're making me laugh. So we're doing that and you're in your house. How does that feel? Are you watching TV?
Absolutely.
She's the TV watcher like
Playing
me.
TV woman.
We love our TV. Can we watch TV without electricity?
Oh no.
How priceless is that electricity?
Very.
So every time you pay the PG&E bill, I want you to say, thank you, PG&E, for letting me enjoy all my shows, all my TVs. Let me enjoy waking up Adam when I climb into bed and watch Friends at night. Let me watch all my shows and catch up because we get into the characters, right?
Oh yeah.
We love the characters. We were just watching The Rookie and we're like, oh my God, I love Lucy. I love her. Like it's so fun to get into the characters. That brings us, you see, we're laughing. It's joy. It's bringing us just happiness and joy. Escape from stress. Yep, absolutely. So what does that do? That helps you manifest more outside, keeps your relationship together, keeps you being a better friend, a better mother, your health, your cortisol is going down, your blood pressure is going down. So how much would you want to pay for that PG&E to help you with all that?
I would like it to be
No. She's not getting the program, y'all.
Well, it's just depressing when you get those letters. They say how your house is comparing to other houses of their same size. I'm always in the poor area.
That's because your landscaping is huge. You guys do not suck up the heat. You're actually very, very frugal on that. But you have a big house and you have a lot of landscaping, and I think those things are full of crap.
Yeah.
So now here's your homework, Debbie.
So I'll try to be happy when I'm.
Thank you for letting me watch TV. Thank you for letting me have my fireplace.
Thank you for letting me have my stove so I can cook my food.
Thank you. Right. So now your homework is to call PG&E and ask them, or go online and see the day, the hour, because you can see every hour. Every day shows you the hour. So find out where that is. When I moved to San Diego, it was outrageous from where I was. And I called them and said, what the heck? This is triple the cost that I was paying. And she's like, let me look it up. And she's like, oh my gosh, you are using the least amount that I've ever seen, because I was gone for 2 weeks. I'm like, you cannot have this bill. I wasn't even here. And she's like, you must have just a refrigerator going. I'm like, pretty much, because I was gone. And she goes, oh no, it's just our cost, because San Diego is triple the cost. I'm like, okay, so you're going to call PG&E and you're going to figure out there might be a drain somewhere that you can actually fix. Because I know when I'm a single mom, all the bills, I wanted to unplug everything that I was not using. So spare bedroom lamps, all the things that you're not using, unplug that, because it does drain the electricity. But I really like seeing your backyard when I look out your window. So you got.
Oh, I do too. But I tell Adam, because I tell him, I say, if you're not using something, unplug it. And he goes, it's not using energy. I go, yes, it is.
It's pulling energy.
It's pulling energy. It's plugged in the wall.
Yeah. And then you can actually see the time of day that has the most energy, and see if there's any way to cut that down. And then she's going to tell me, y'all, and I will report back to y'all. So check out our other episode. Debbie and I just did another episode as well. So check out that one as well. Thank y'all for coming. Debbie, thank you so much for being my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I love you so much. It was so great. Thank y'all. And we want you all to be able to say, I rock my finances.
We appreciate you joining us today, and don't forget to subscribe to the Rock My Finances YouTube channel for more engagement and bonus content. Tell me, what is your money story? Let's find out with Jennifer right here on K4HD Radio and Talk 4 TV. It's not about the zero, it's about the F word, feelings. Feelings Jennifer can't wait to explore with you next week. Until then, let's all say, I rock my finances.